Standard 6. General Science. Chapter number 4. Disaster Management. Can you tell? 1. What events do you see in these pictures? Answer. In these pictures, earthquake, drought, torrential rains, fire, cyclone and volcanic eruption is seen. 2. What would you have done in these situations? Answer. In the first instance, we should try to save our life and then help others to save their lives too. 3. Have you experienced such a situation yourself? Answer. Yes, we have experienced torrential rain sometimes back. 4. Why do these events occur? Answer. All the above disasters take place due to natural causes. Disaster. In 1993, many people died due to the earthquake at Killari in Latur district. Even today, people of Mumbai shudder at the memory of July 2005, when many people had lost their lives in the deluge caused by heavy rains. In July 2014, the whole village of Malin in Ambegaon Taluka of Pune district was destroyed in a matter of minutes due to a landslide. Many got buried under the heaps of soil and stone and lost their lives. In November 2015, many people died due to the flooding caused by heavy rains in Tamil Nadu. What is a disaster? A sudden event that causes large-scale damage to life, property, and social aspects of a nation or society is called a disaster. How and why do the following disasters occur? 1. Floods due to heavy rains. 2. An earthquake, lightning, a volcanic eruption, etc. 3. Forest fires. 4. Increased risk due to high density of population in a limited area. 5. Rampant and irregular constructions. 6. Ecological imbalance. 7. Terrorism, riots and crimes resulting in bomb explosions, assaults, fire and accidents, etc. Disasters are of two main kinds, man-made and natural. Classify the following disasters as man-made or natural: fire, earthquake, leakage of chemical gases, storms, floods, tsunami, bomb explosion, collapse of a building, war, forest fire. Man-made disasters. Natural disasters. Use your brain power. 1. What disasters can occur in school or on the way to school? Answer. When we come to school, we have to be very careful, especially while crossing the road. Carelessness can lead to accidents. While commuting in a school bus, we may get injured if we do not follow certain discipline. If it is raining heavily, we may be stranded somewhere. We should not believe strangers and go with them. It can lead to kidnapping. The people with criminal tendencies, terrorists, etc. can cause harm to us. So we need to be alert all the time. During the school hours, natural calamity can strike at any time. In laboratories, we need to perform experiments carefully and smartly so that accidents do not happen. If we do not follow proper instructions and perform carelessly, it may result in a dangerous situation causing damage to the laboratory too. In the playground also, we may get injured. 2. According to you, what can be done to deal with such a disaster? Answer. We should always behave with responsibility and care. We should travel safely. In case of any untoward happening, we should immediately inform elders or police. If anyone is injured, we should immediately help him or her with first aid. Later, they should be taken for medical treatment. We must always remember the contact numbers of emergency services. Earthquakes. Movements Elements in the interior of the earth release tremendous amounts of energy. This causes seismic waves leading to movements of the earth's surface like tremors, shaking, cracking up, etc. Such vibrations or quaking in the earth's crust is known as an earthquake. It is believed that besides other causes, man-made causes like mining and construction of big dams can also lead to earthquakes. Effects of earthquake: destruction of infrastructure, that is, buildings, bridges, roads, railway tracks, etc. Change in the direction of the flow of rivers. Huge loss of life and property. Floods. A frequently occurring natural disaster in all parts of the world is floods. Due to excessive rains in the same place, a river overflows its banks, causing a flood. The water drainage system in big cities falls short when there is heavy rainfall, resulting in choking of gutters and drainage lines. Water overflows onto the roads and surrounding areas and even enters nearby houses. Effects of floods: huge loss to life and property, soil erosion, destruction of standing crops. After effects of floods like spread of diseases and epidemics affecting the health of the people. Storms. The formation of high and low air pressure belts in the atmosphere causes changes in weather resulting in strong winds or storms. Effects of storms: great damage in the storm-affected region, tremendous losses to life and property, disruption of electric supply, disruption of transport and communication. Forest fires. A forest fire is an uncontrolled fire in a forest, pasture, or grassland due to natural or man-made causes. Forest fires spread at a tremendous speed. Effects of forest fires: great damage to natural wealth and biodiversity, pollution of air. Can you tell 1. How many children are there in your class at present? 2. What would happen if 5 times this number sat in your class? 3. Which kind of disaster can occur in an extremely crowded place? Disaster management. Community participation and disaster management are closely related. Taking steps to prevent disasters, making plans to face disasters, and developing the capacity for that is called disaster management. To prevent or reduce damage caused by natural or man-made disasters, emergency planning and management is required. Institutes at work. The National Disaster Management Authority was established in 2005. It undertakes planning and implementation of disaster management work. Always remember, during a disaster, helping and supporting each other is our moral responsibility. Contact them for disaster management. Police 100, Fire Brigade 101, Ambulance 102, Disaster Management Cell 108. Remedial and preventive measures. Let us see what precautions can we take before or in the event of a natural or man-made disaster. 1. Keep watching TV and radio news and bulletins. 2. Use battery-operated radios and mobiles. 3. Heed the warnings issued by the Meteorological Department carefully. 4. Use the website www.imd.gov.in. 5. Landslides occur in hilly areas due to a cloudburst or heavy rains. On such occasions, do not take shelter at the foot of a hill. 6. During floods, do not linger in houses or areas on riverbanks. Seek shelter in other safe places. Move to safer places at a greater height. Do not step into the water currents or drive a vehicle into them. 7. During an earthquake, roads split open, the ground cracks, railway tracks get uprooted. Hence, when moving from one place to another, ensure that the road is safe further on. 8. Take shelter in relief camps as they provide medicines, food packets, drinking water, first aid, etc. 9. To get protection from fire, use fire extinguishers in public places like schools, hospitals, railway stations, etc. First aid. In day-to-day life, sometimes we have to face disasters or accidents of varying proportions. On such occasions, it is necessary to give some immediate aid even before medical treatment becomes available. 1. External bleeding. If a person is bleeding, first make him sit or lie down comfortably. Clean the bleeding part of the body with water and keep it above the level of the heart. 2. Burns and scalds. Minor burns. The injured part should be washed with water or held under water. Give the victim water to drink. Clean the wounds using a cotton swab soaked in an antiseptic solution. Do not apply oily ointments. Cover wounds using dry dressings. Serious burns. Give emotional support. Cover the wounds with sterilized cloth. Remove jewelry, shoes, etc. if easily possible. Do not touch or burst the blisters on the skin. Do not apply oily ointments. Do not try to remove the cloth if it is stuck to the burnt skin. If the patient is conscious, give water to drink, but avoid tea or coffee or other stimulating drinks. Get medical aid at once. 3. Sunstroke. When we work in the sun continuously for a long time, the body loses a lot of water and minerals. That is the reason for sunstroke. Remedial measures. Take the patient to a cool place or in the shade. Sponge the whole body with cold water. Place a cloth soaked in cold water on the neck. Give plenty of water or liquids like sharbats to drink. If the patient feels like vomiting, make him lie prone, that is, on his or her abdomen with the head turned to one side. Get medical help or shift the patient to a hospital. 4. Snake bite. There are nearly 2,000 species of snakes. Of these, only a few like cobras, kraits, vipers and sea snakes are poisonous. Therefore, all snake bites are not fatal. However, fear causes severe psychological shock which can result in death. If you come across a snake, contact a Sarpa Mitra rather than killing the snake at once. Remedial measures. Wash the wound with water. Give emotional support to the patient. Tie a cloth tightly above the wound. Give immediate medical help. 5. Dog bite. In a dog bite, there is a risk of infection through the blood. Hence, first aid and medical help are necessary. Remedial measures. Wash the wound with a solution of potassium permanganate or other antiseptic. Cover the wound with a clean and dry cloth. Get a doctor's help and an injection of the anti-rabies vaccine. What we have learned. A sudden calamity is known as a disaster. Disasters can be man-made or natural. Alertness and immediate action are necessary on such occasions. Effective disaster management and use of remedial measures can help reduce the losses. Every person should know about safety precautions and first aid.